It's getting late, but I'm not tired. There's no place I'd rather.
So today I wanted to talk about a story, actually, and I haven't done this before. It's a story about someone I knew, and I've been wanting to say this for a long time. And he does know about my channel, but he says he doesn't watch my videos, so I don't know if he's watched or not. But this guy is the definition of a sheep, and if you guys don't know what a sheep is, which I'm pretty sure you should, a sheep is someone who just does everything to follow the crowd and try and impress people. So this person used to hang around with us. I'm going to call him Timothy. This sheep's called Timothy, right? So Timothy the sheep, right? Timothy the sheep would hang around with us in school, and he would follow us. He would say we were his friends, but Timothy the sheep wasn't our friend. Just to point out some things that he did. Now, bear in mind, I thought Timothy was my friend, but obviously not, considering the stories I'm about to tell you. And when I was thinking these over, I thought, how did I ever like this kid? But I must have spent, over the course of a year, must have spent about £40 doing stuff like buying him lunch. Now, every lunch we used to go to the shop and get lunch from somewhere outside of the school. And he would refuse to come unless someone bought him lunch. And me being the person I am, I just thought, why not? I've got spare money, so... But then it started getting a pain, because he started expecting it. And sometimes he would literally ask, he would actually say, I'm not coming up unless you get me lunch. You may think he's not, how does that story make him a sheep? And I'll tell you why. This kid would probably stab his own mum in the back just to make some friends. Now, I'm not exaggerating, he probably would. Piss poor master. Started kind of stabbing us in the back, if you would say, where he would constantly slant his friends. Remember, me and... Not just me, but about me and my friends probably spent about 80 quid all together buying this kid stuff, lunch, drinks, because he never had his own money and he would always pay the gift card. And fair enough, which isn't that bad if you think about it. Think of your friend. If they were really hungry, you were buying lunch. If they were really thirsty, you were buying a drink. But this kid was expecting it. Like, he probably said in the morning, hey, Mum, I don't need any money. I got these kids to give me some money. That's why I think it's one of the most messed up parts. So, it got to that stage where he was saying to everyone, he was going to this group of kids that he thought were much better than everyone else, and he would slant the people that were closest to him in the back to just have a conversation with them. And he would tell them stuff like what we did on the weekends. You know, just weird stuff that you don't really tell people you're not really friends with. Like what we were doing on the weekend, what we were, not what we were all doing, what we were individually doing. And saying like stuff like what's on, what games we play, what kind of stuff we're into. It's just not really something you want to share with everyone. So after school finished for the summer, I tried to stay in contact with him personally, but most of the other people just thought they would ditch him, most of my group of friends. But I thought, you know, maybe he's gone through a rough time or something, so I tried speaking to him, and he didn't really reply. Whenever he did finally reply, it was always something weird, like asking to buy something off us at an extremely cheap price, something that we use every day. That's what he asked me personally for, something I use every day of my life, for something like 1/4 of the price I bought it for. So when it came to that point, he only started speaking to us when he wanted something. Then that's when we decided like he wasn't good. And I went on his Instagram the other day. You know, like I don't really use Instagram. When I do, it's usually the story. But all of his pictures are a picture of his chin. Yes, a chin. Now at this point, he probably, if he's watching, he probably knows it's aimed at him, and I hope he does, because he needs to realize he's an asshole. Like, I'm probably not explaining it as best as I could, but I'm explaining it pretty well in my opinion. So after I don't speak to him for the whole summer, we finally get our some results back that we took some exams. We got our results back. And he messaged me for the first time, like, oh wow, he's messaged me. And he sent me a message saying, he failed all of his exams. Now, I forgot to mention a crucial part earlier. When it was exams, when me and my friends would go off for revise, we revised during out of lessons. He always said there was no point in revising; you just end up forgetting. I'm not sure if you use revising in America, but it's studying. But he said there's no point; you'll forget more than you learn. So I thought fair enough, he doesn't want to do it. I did try and persuade him a lot, but this is the type of kid that has a very strong opinion, and his opinion's right and everyone else is wrong. So after I got his results, he sent me a message saying he got his results. I said, oh cool, what'd you get? And he told me he basically failed. He got pretty appalling grades. And me being me, I didn't rub it in. I didn't say, well, it's your fault for not revising when we invited you. No, let me just add, the reason he didn't revise is because he would rather hang around with other people and stab us in the back, basically. So I wasn't mad. I'm not really someone who holds grudges, so I just thought I'd give him a chance. I said, it doesn't matter. I started like reassuring him, saying you don't really need it, it's okay. The job line you go into won't be looking at those type of skills. So, and after all this, he said it looks like no one in our class passed. Because he must have asked, about 2 people I think he asked, who passed these exams. And I thought, no, I passed both of them. Not to gloat, but I passed all my exams. And he didn't bother asking me, he just said, looks like everyone passed, those teachers must have been bad. It kind of aggravated me that about a day later he still didn't ask and he was still going on about his. So I said, by the way, thanks for asking what I got. And the nerve of this little sheep, the nerve of little Timothy, right? He said, now I quote this, he said, no problem. He did not ask what I got, so I never told him. And I haven't spoken to him since until I saw him in school a couple weeks later, a couple weeks into the new school year. He was on different courses to me, so I had no need to see him. And I saw him and he was dressed like a sheep. And I don't mean dressing like, kind of like, not a hipster, but a sheep. You know the difference. You would know the difference. But not only that, the clothes just didn't suit him. I mean, certain dress styles don't suit you. And he looked straight up like a muffin. Okay? No, the moral of that story is, don't be an asshole, guys. Okay? Just promise me that. Don't be an asshole. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. This was just a little video of me explaining the stories that happened while I was at school. And if this reaches 6 likes, then I'll probably give a go making some more. The reason I'm asking for 6 likes is just so I know people like it. So it was all 100% true, and it wasn't that well thought out. It was kind of something I just wanted to get off my chest. But if you guys like it, I'll think it out a lot more next time. So I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching.